Today, we're talking packs. What is up, friends? It's Kim Tashima Newberry here for another video. And today we are chatting all about the Nathan Vaporhow 4-liter version 2.0. I'll also be mentioning a little bit about the 12-liter counterpart to the Vaporhow as well during this review. And while this product is by no means new to the running market, it's one of the most highly requested pieces of gear that you guys have asked me to review, so I thought, why not? It's also a piece of gear that I myself have been using consistently for about the last 8 months. It's been put through the ringer. I've been wearing it for my most grueling and challenging and aggressive training block. So it's time for me to spill my juicy feelings about this one. And I'll do my very best to keep my thoughts organized here. It's hard to not go off on tangents with products like packs because they are so complex. So buckle up, let's dig in. In today's video, I'm gonna run down 5 key points: fit and comfort, fabric, storage, looks, and price. All right, so fit and comfort. So right off the bat, this is gonna get a little spicy. The fit on version 2 of this vest was a little tricky. I have the original Vaporhow version 1 for the 4-liter and the 12-liter, and I was an extra small in both those packs last year. When I received version 2.0 of the 4-liter and the 12-liter, I promptly slipped them on, went to go adjust the 4-liter and realized they took away the side adjustment straps on the 4L. Bummer. As you can see, this is the original model of the Vaporhow 4-liter, and it had these side adjustment straps which made it really easy to adjust the pack to fit perfectly. I don't know why they took them away, but what happened was my usual size in this vest without that side adjustment strap didn't fit. Because I wasn't able to get that super custom fit with the side adjustment straps along with the sternum straps, the extra small just was too loose, too baggy, just didn't fit right. The 12L version, however, does still have the side adjustments. So the inconsistency of having the side adjustments available for the 12L versus unavailable for the 4L may cause a little bit of fitment issues. So I went with my regular size in the 12L, size down in the 4L. So once I did get my sizing sorted out, the fit and comfort were fantastic for me. As you can see, it has dual adjustable sternum straps, which work great. They move up and down. So depending on your body type, you can really adjust it down how you like it. And full transparency here, one of my sternum strap clips actually cracked a couple months ago. I'm not sure what caused it to crack. But so far I'm not having any issues. It's still working just fine. It's holding the clip in just fine. It could just be a one-off thing for my pack. All right, so fabric. I personally love this fabric. It's smooth, it's soft. I wore this pack just over top of a sports bra, so lots of exposed skin, and I've had no chafing issues at all, which is pretty awesome. And just like the previous models, the back panel has some air holes to help improve air circulation and cooling. I've heard from some other women that they've had issues with shirts snagging or pilling under this pack. I've only had that experience with one shirt in one particular brand, so it really hasn't been a concern of mine at all. Overall, can't say enough good things. All right, up next is storage. So I'm not gonna bog you down with all the very specific specs, dimensions, measurements, but I will say the 4L has plenty of storage. I have used this for unsupported training runs up to 25, 26 miles. I've also used the 4L in the past for 50-mile races where you have the support of being able to get water refills and drop bags, that kind of thing. There are tons of pocket options here. On the back, you have 2 large vertical pouches. One can hold the water bladder. You also have a large back zipper pouch. I usually end up putting things like my headlamp, my emergency kit, my potty bag, that kind of thing into the zippered pouch, stuff that I'm not really gonna need to grab on the go. Similar to version 1 of this pack, you also have the long horizontal pouch along the lower back of this pack. And if I'm being honest, I think version 1 of this pack did a better job of making this accessible. The openings are quite small. Version 1, I would often stash poles back there or a jacket just to grab out, but this pocket on this version really hasn't been that useful to me. And on the front, you also have tons of pocket options, including a front zipper pocket, which works great for your phone. It's advertised as being water resistant, but honestly, I'm not super convinced of that. I'm a heavy sweater and I feel like everything is just wet by the end of my run anyways, but a simple solution to that is toss your phone into a Ziploc before popping it into your pack. There's also a couple smaller pouches in the front, which is where I generally store all my nutrition, put nutrition on one side and use the other side for my garbage. And while the pouches look small, I can shove a ton of gels in there. This pack does come with 2 upgraded 20-ounce soft flasks, which is a massive, massive, massive upgrade from the dinky little 12-ounce bottles that were included in version 1 of this pack. And as much as I do love these bigger soft flasks, I do have an issue with the position of the strap that they place to hold the tube in place, which means you're gonna get a lot of flippity flappity of your tubes while you're bombing down those downhills, and it's actually kind of annoying. You might be thinking the simple solution is to trim your straw, which sure, that might work for you, but the straw length actually works for me. I think the simple solution would have been to place the security straps a little bit higher, which they were on version 1 of the pack. So again, I'm not sure why that change was made, but I'm not a fan. And also, there's no pole storage options in either of the 4-liter or the 12-liter packs, which is kind of a bummer, especially if you're training for a big mountain race. And since we are still talking about storage, I just want to quickly mention that the 12L, of course, has a larger capacity. I use this pack a lot when I was training for WAM during the summer just because of the amount of mandatory gear that was required, so I wanted to practice carrying a heavy load, or for those times you need to haul around a ton of water and a ton of snacks. All right, so moving on to looks. I'm not gonna lie, my first reaction when I saw this pack was, white? Are you kidding me? I am a trail runner, I am messy. To my surprise, I've been able to keep this white nice and bright. Shocking. I really fell in love with the purple and white colorway. I also am a huge fan of the dark purple colorway of the 12-liter as well. In my opinion, the white and purple color is much better than the pinky, salmony orange, and the light blue that were released on the previous model. I didn't like it at all. But like all good superhero movies, there is always a villain. The villain in this case is the purple dye. Prior to receiving these packs, I had read some comments of people saying that they were having some color bleeding issues with the dark purple in the 12L, as well as the purple trim on the 4L. And it's not exactly what you want if you're wearing a white shirt under a dark purple vest. So because I had that warning ahead of time, I was a little cautious when I took this out for its first couple runs, wearing dark colored shirts underneath because I didn't want to ruin any of my clothes. Well, I get home from my run, my pack is damp, it is sweaty, I take it off, I toss it on the floor because I'm messy. It sits on the floor for a couple hours and I go to pick it up and I realize that I had thrown it on top of one of Ethan's white shirts. So you guessed it, there were purple freaking stains on the white shirt that was on the ground. I was not stoked about that. Also to note, this is the bladder that came in the 12L. It is stained purple also. So the color bleed is real. After both of these packs have been washed a few times, I actually haven't had any more color transfer problems. So with the color bleed issues aside, I really love the way these look. They are outside the usual shrink and pink theory. I like that they're purple. I like that the colors are strong. Just beware of that color bleed. Price. All right, now this is a doozy. The 4L is $165. The 12L, $200. That is a big chunk of change. Now I appreciate the technology and the work that has gone into these packs. They have held up really, really well, so I don't have any complaints as far as them breaking down, but $165 for the 4L and $200 for the 12L is pretty darn steep. We are talking more expensive than a comparable Salomon pack. Yikes. So while I can appreciate paying a little bit extra money for quality that's going to last, I feel like these prices are a little over the top. I would love to see them come down to be a more affordable price. It's just a lot of money. It's a lot of money, which is kind of a bummer. All right, you've heard me go on and on and on. So to summarize, is this pack a hit or a miss for me? The 4L is a definite hit for me. It has gotten me through some of my most rugged and aggressive training cycles. It's reliable, it hasn't failed me. I feel like it fits so well that I barely realize that it's on. And once you find the right size, the fit is seamless, it feels good. Gus is snoring. It's super comfortable, and despite some of the minor gripes that I have, it is still the pack that I'm reaching for run after run. It just does the job. I would love to see a couple little upgrades incorporated for the next release, but overall, I really do love this pack. So if you want to snag one of these vests for yourself, or if you want more information, I will have affiliate links below in the description. They obviously help the channel, click them or don't, up to you. And I will say right now, I believe these are on sale on Running Warehouse. So you'll find that info down below as well. And a very quick personal plug, if you like the shirt that I'm wearing in today's video, all you have to do is be a Patreon subscriber, and all the information is listed on our Patreon page. Ethan designed this shirt, the logo, everything. It is available until November 17th, so you have a few more days to snag one for yourself. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. And most importantly, go pet a dog. Thank you guys, we will see you next week. Goodbye.